Hey, what is up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and today we're going to be doing a very deep analysis, a one-time speed analysis on Sumail's EMBER. This was a game that they actually lost, unfortunately, against the side of Entity, so they did end up losing this game, unfortunately, and losing the series, I believe, to Entity. However, the reason why I wanted to make an analysis on this game is Sumail, in my opinion, has been very impressive. I feel like this guy is doing things that other players just aren't doing. He's winning matchups that you just shouldn't win against very competent players. He's against Stormer, one of the best mid laners in the world right now, for sure. And so I wanted to watch this game because if I skip ahead to minute 11 and I pull up net worth, you'll see his team is not doing that well. His Terrorblade is not very farm, right? His Mars is doing okay, right? But most importantly, his Terrorblade is not having a good game. His Mars is not having a great game. However, even into an Invoker, right? This is a game where you're against Invoker Tiny. This is certainly a matchup where the Tiny can roam mid, mess you up. Invoker used to be a hard counterpick to Ember. I don't think it's as much the case anymore because they nerfed Exort and they specifically nerfed Quas very hard. However, he cooks this. He's 5-0 in a pro match at minute 11 and top net worth as Ember against Invoker. So let's see how this is possible because frankly, in my opinion, it's pretty insane that he's this farm, and let's really break it down to see why this guy is probably even better than you think. Also, I want to tell you guys that if you've been struggling with solo queue and you're looking to get to the next rank, I'm going to be able to help you. Like, literally, with the Game Leap website, I'm going to give you guys guides that are going to make it unbelievably clear on what you need to do. So if you've been stuck in the solo queue grind, you don't know what to do, and you want to become absolutely broken, but like actually you want to become much better at Dota, and you want to take it more seriously, the Game Leap website is going to help you do that. So click the link down below. I'm going to help you get to the next rank, and I'll see you there. All right, so starting items pretty simple. Let's the range creep ahead. I can't imagine that was intentional. Okay, so range creeps both are going to get pressured immediately. Let's see what the build of Stormer is. So Stormer is Exort, which he can use to secure the range creep. Sumail is instantly going to run up and click the range creep. He understands that unless Stormer plays this honestly perfectly, he's not going to be able to get the deny, and he immediately kills the range creep. This kind of sets up for a scenario where maybe you can threaten the Invoker on your range creep, as he's then going to go for the melee, doesn't get it. Good attempt on the deny from Stormer. As okay, good Sunstrike from Stormer. So on the first wave, nothing crazy, just using the Flame Guard to secure the range creep, as he's going to look for the melee deny, really cutting it very close, as immediately slights. Okay, wow, I'm a bit surprised by that. The reason why I'm a bit surprised by the immediate slight is because often what I see in this matchup is the Ember against range hero matchups, what they'll do is they'll use the slight to harass and dodge an auto attack or secure a creep or everything at the same time, right? And you can avoid taking damage this way, but he just instantly slights at level 2, seemingly thinking that he can win the lane by pressuring, but he's not slighting immediately again, which is kind of weird to me. Why? Okay, he uses it to try to get a secure there and turns on the Flame Guard actually. It's always so fascinating to me why these players sometimes turn on Flame Guard at seemingly random times. I mean, it's definitely not random, but I can't say I would have turned it on here. I definitely wouldn't have. It did secure him then. Is that why he turned it on? To secure the melee creep? I kind of feel like it is. Maybe he doesn't want the wave pushing into him very hard, as I will say, as he gets another CS. He's just on point with these last hits as well, really not missing. As he gets the range as well against the Forge and Exort Invoker, very impressive. Okay, is he going to contest this creep? He's going to slight dodge one auto attack there. That's kind of what I talked about with slight dodging the auto. He slight dodges the auto, and that kind of allows him to close the gap here, and that's important because he wants to close the gap so he can pressure this range creep secure, and then maybe this deny as well. But no, he'll just get the range creep, but you're happy with that. Not having to tank 3-4 autos for the range creep by using the slight to kind of put pressure on this Invoker. He'll have to chill a bit here. Only one tango remaining, but due to his good last hits, he's okay. Gets the deny, slights. I feel like maybe he could have slided the dodge and auto, but all right. He's going to pull, no, can't pull creep aggro up the high ground. It's usually pretty hard. This is the thing about this matchup. It's usually pretty hard, as he's going to go for the Forge Spirit. Oh, it times out. What a good play from Stormer. Kind of baiting him in a little bit there. As he'll use the Flame Guard to secure the creep, slight to get it, making sure he doesn't get any free deny. Just tanking some auto steer because he knows he'll basically be able to full heal, backpacking the branches to make sure he gets maximum value out of the bottle. And with the wave shoving in, was that intentional? Shoving in the wave into the water runes? Probably was, right? So let's see when he pops the Flame Guard. Does he wait till he's level 3 to pop it? He does. No, he didn't skill it. What does he skill? Slight? So he skills Slight. So, okay. But he pushes in the wave, and the reason why pushing in this wave is good here is getting into the water runes. If you don't push in the wave and you go get a water rune, you'll often lose a couple of creeps, right? But if you can clear the wave before you go for the rune here like this, it's going to make it where maybe you even get both, right? Because Flame Guard is so damn good at clearing the wave, it can make it where you can get both. And that's why he doesn't even care about tanking any. Oh, the Force Spirit tonight. What a good play. Nice. Good play from Stormstormer. In a lot of matchups in your average pub, you'll kind of just get it for free, right? You'll just get both for free. If people don't push in the wave against you, going into the minute 2, you'll just get it for free. As he picks up the Blightstone, good against Invoker. Invoker's armor, pretty bad. Only 3, actually really bad. Only 3, minute 3 is like really low. As he'll try to slight dodge an auto, popping the bottle. You want to stay as high resources as possible. Interestingly enough, not taking the second point of Flame Guard. The reason why I think this is okay here is because this version of Invoker actually cannot burn level 1 Flame Guard. Sunstrike is pure, which means it does not pop Flame Guard. And so what else does he have? Cold Snap and Force Spirits and Ice Ball. He's not going to Ice Ball, so he actually can't get rid of level 1 Flame Guard. So you can, I guess, get away with level 1 Flame Guard. The only reason why it's somewhat surprising is I feel like level 2 Flame Guard for the duration and damage is pretty good. It's a decent step up in damage, up by 10, nearly like a 30% increase. And then the duration up by 3 seconds, which is a lot. And if you get ganked, it helps. But yeah, I mean, maybe he just doesn't skill it because he wants to chains later on. He does end up maxing chains. Wow, look at that slight damage. Man, it does so much damage to these ranged heroes. It's brutal. As he wants to get the... Yeah, he should be careful about getting baited on the Forge Spirit too much. The Forge Spirit gives hella XP and gold as he tries to secure it there. Oh my god, dude, his last hitting is so good. This is why I switched to mid for a brief period of time, like a year ago, or maybe it was like 8 months ago, I don't know. But dude, mid players, when it comes to last hits, are so disgusting. The top tier ones, like anytime I'd have to lane it against any of them, it was actually miserable. They're so good at last hitting. These mid players understand better than any other role. I'm 100% sure on this. Last hitting and being like proficient at it. They're so damn good. Okay, he's gonna pressure the Forge Spirit. Doesn't get it, but gets the XP. Not bad. Rushing Corrosion, so not going for a boots build. I think really just playing to maybe eventually zone him out. And you can see, I feel like old Invoker wouldn't have had a problem here. I'm not gonna lie. Because you used to get 3 HP regen, so you kind of lose out on 3 HP regen. I'm surprised he's not switching to Quas more. No, he is. He is switching. It's just not enough, I guess, right? Yeah, he is switching to Quas. I mean, he's quite good about it. Maybe could have picked up the water in there and dragged the wave with the Forge Spirit just to get his HP up a little bit. But yeah, I mean, this Quas is just not what it used to be. It's just not. Also, the build that I thought was better against Ember is Wex, because the Tornado purges Flame Guard. So you can kind of just like constantly purge Flame Guard. And it's good. It's good in the early levels. It's solid. It costs a lot of mana though, I will say. It costs a lot of mana. But okay. Either way, let's pay very close attention to slight usage now. He's about to hit level 5. And now it's getting down to what, a 10-second cooldown? 9. So a 9-second cooldown, 3-point slight. Isn't using it. Oh, gets the flag bearer deny. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, securing the flag bearer. Don't want to take any chances there. Queues up the boots. Not going for a stick in this lane, which I guess makes sense against Exhort. Securing the range creep with the slight. Pulling creep aggro on this one melee. I want you guys to keep in mind, small things like him pulling the creep aggro here matter a lot, because if he had to walk up for this CS, let's say it's here, he would get hit a couple of times. You know what I mean? And it adds up, right? At the highest level, it adds up. As he secures this, goes through the deny, couldn't get it, pull creep aggro. Stormstormer does not have a ward, I believe. Yeah, you can tell that Stormstormer doesn't have a ward because Stormstormer had a ward on Sumail. The creep aggro would have went up the high ground here. What I mean by that is if Stormstormer has a high ground ward here, basically what will happen is when Sumail tries to pull aggro up the hill, the creep will follow him, right? But because the creep doesn't have vision when he walks up the hill, the creep does not follow him. So you can at least be certain that they don't have a ward on your high ground, right? It's really great that you can do that. And all the high skill mids will check pretty consistently to know if there's a ward on them, for things like being afraid of ganks or knowing if they're going to be scouted when they're walking into a rune. You know what I mean? All these high level players do this. It used to be something very uncommon back in the day, but I feel like almost everyone does it now. At least like at the upper echelons of Dota. I mean, the average player, not at all, never. I'm not gonna lie, most of you guys, come on, let's be real, you don't do that. But it's something to keep in mind. Okay, going for the 6-minute rune. Didn't actually send out a remnant. Oh, because he didn't, I guess he had mana for it, but not really. Doesn't get it, this is what it is. He'll have to go base, playing it safe. I like that he doesn't TP back to base even remotely close. You never want to take the chance of getting your TP canceled. If you get your TP canceled there, it's just game over. But in terms of winning the lane, currently is about even with Invoker. So, you know, I didn't think this was a stomp lane. It's not yet. Let's see how this turns around. As he's going to get the Forge Spirit, 41 gold, man. Those things feed gold. I feel like if they buff Invoker, they should reduce Forge Spirit gold. It's way too high. As he's going to chain and hit him here. Really aggressive. It was a net positive trade, that's for sure. Wow, the boots, yeah, I don't think he would run at him without boots. I think the boots is the key here. Because without boots, it's gonna take too long to close the gap, but he chains right away so he doesn't get kited. And then he just kind of auto-attacks. The melee creep tanks the tower, which prevents him from taking a negative trade. And now I would imagine he's gonna come close to sliding off cooldown. It's very hard for Invoker to sustain, but he's got full resources because of the way back to base. He's going to get bottle refilled by the Jakiro here. That's huge. That's actually really huge. Now he can kind of go confident with his spells, as he's even going to go under the tower here, sliding. Okay, going deep. Going to chain him up into the ice path. Is this a kill? Oh man, it's just a kill. What a great rotation from Kuroki. Good awareness on Sumail to know that's a kill. Gets the chain onto Katomi. He's going to chase him down. Let's see how he played this. I want you guys to see all the small things here because people don't get the small things. So in terms of the small things, let's start from the beginning. Sumail's going to walk up, throws out the slide. Okay, nothing crazy. Looks to secure the range. Stormstormer sticks around, cuts the tree to get vision, which is insane. Cuts the tree to get vision, kills the range creep to make sure the chains can't miss. No chance. I mean, now it definitely can't miss. He'll use the slight when Jakiro gets a little bit closer. Jakiro's going to throw out the ice path, just barely clips him. Probably didn't have the remnant there, but to be fair, it's going to block him. And it does block him. So it blocks him in, forces Stormstormer to turn, Slight comes back up, and this is level 7 Ember. This is where this hero becomes very unfun to play against. He's going to hit, move, Slight chain, has to late slight chain because he didn't have vision at Tiny. So if he just normal slight chain, he probably would have missed. So he definitely intentionally late slight chain. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I can't really get into it now. Basically, you have to click chain at different times depending on whether or not the opponent is in or out of vision when you're sliding. It's a little bit weird, but that has been my experience. He gets tossed under tower, but the slight finishes off the Tiny, and that is massive. Double kill from Sumail. Honestly, shout out Kuroki. That is really high skill from Kuroki to refill the bottle on the level 7 timing of the Ember, connects for the ice path, isn't going to get the DD. Damn, can't get a rune. This game would have been an absolute stomp if he got a rune. He didn't get either of the runes. Very unlucky. It's not very unlucky, but unlucky. There's a clear in mid. Gonna look to go base again. He's going to run base. Okay. Wow, so really just wanted to be maxed out on resources, which I think this is so good actually, man. I love this so much. The reason why I love this so much is a lot of mid players would be like, I'm gonna get a DP soon. I'll stick around for the next wave, but he had just cleared the wave, so he's gonna miss almost no creeps, right? And now when he comes back, you wanna be full resources because you've just gotten a double kill. You're top net worth, you're owning your lane, you're having a great game. You can definitely snowball. The main thing you need is resources. So if he forces it too hard and he bottles up to almost near full, a lot of people don't do this. I don't get why. They'll like bottle to like not full, but now he just goes in. Just goes in with the chain, knowing the supports are behind him. And wow, just kills him off. Execution here, pretty simple, but just confident. I'll go over it quickly because I think it is important. Back to base, full heal. Come forward, slight, because you want to slight right away just for damage, right? He comes in and slights, it's just for damage, right? It really is, you don't want to slight last, you want to slight first. If you don't slight right away, why are you maxing slight, right? Doesn't make any sense. So he's going to go in, pop the chains, sets up for the ice path, into the Q, hit, nuke, dead on Stormstormer, and probably will chase on towards Watson here. I mean, once he bottles up, he can be confident. He's pinging, I get why he's pinging the pudge. You're at such a peak here, and now the slight spam. Yeah, I was going to say, maybe you continue to look and poke. Dodges the hook, gets tossed. Okay, gets dismembered. Yeah, probably could have kited more towards the outside. I actually thought he was going to take more of like a this path, not like through here. But to be fair, he didn't know Tiny was there, so if Tiny wasn't there, that would have been fine. Yeah, it takes most of his health, so he'll have to go base. Yep, go base, heal up. Wants to look at Watson, you can see he's pinging him here. Main thing he needs to do is just get the 10-minute rune, which he's going to look for, because if you get a DD or something... God, if he got one rune in this game, that's good. He would have carried. It's not a good illusion rune game. It's just not. There's nothing really to dispel. I mean, like, you can get rid of Cold Snap, and you can kind of, like, juke out. Can you juke Glimpse? It's, like, not... It's just not that good. This really sucks, man. Sumail would have won it. I'm saying it now. He would have 1v9 if he got an Arcane or a DD or something. He got all the cuck runes. He didn't get... No, he just didn't get any runes. He tried to glimpse... He tried to illusion dodge the glimpse. He's going to go forward here. Pick up a kill. Yeah, he's going to chase him down. Yeah, he's got him. No way. Man, look at this. What a performance. Just... I mean, honestly, I will say, as good as Sumail is, a lot of this comes down to the support rotations. I think Kuroki, his rotations this game are really good. And part of this is they picked Jakiro to play with Ember. This combo is very strong. It's kind of like the Mirana plus Ember. Very similar concept, just chain into stun. And it does a lot of damage. It's how you want to draft when you pick Ember Spirit. You don't want to draft Ember without a follow-up stun, in my opinion, most games. I just don't think it's that good. I really don't. I feel like it's just underwhelming most of the time. As he's going to come back mid, and this is where I'm going to kind of end off the video. I feel like I've covered most of the things I wanted to cover because at this point, the game actually gets a little bit tough. Let's see how he continues to try to push his advantage. Watson actually coming mid on the Pudge. I wonder why. Is he maybe they just feel like they can't bring the Invoker here anymore. The Invoker just can't sustain the sight spam, so they bring the Vanguard Pudge mid. And okay, Sumail's gonna run top, kind of just feeling like, hey, I can't pressure, but there's no way you're killing this Tiny without a support. So this doesn't feel that good, does it? I mean, he's securing top tower and gets, oh, what a setup. Ah, man. I mean, this is the beginning of the end. I will say, I feel like Nigma should try to get on the same page and try to go for an ult. Oh, he doesn't have ult on Mars. Couldn't they try to like play around the mid, getting the mid tower? Like, I feel like they should smoke this Mars to mid with this Tumblr's toy and like arena someone and just kill them. I mean, I know it's hard to kill this Pudge. Like, don't get me wrong. This Flesh Sheep Pudge is like part of the value. I mean, this is actually so good from Watson. I think Watson's like owning. And these pro teams, you don't understand how many small things they do to carry this game. Like, Watson coming mid on Pudge is so game winning the more I think about it. Because if he doesn't, the Ember's going to take the tower. 100%. Ember Jakiro, your tower's gone. It's going to die. And no one else can defend it. No, I mean, maybe DP. Even she will probably get chipped and kited, right? Maybe she could. Maybe. Right. I actually made a video on this Death Prophet, this whole gameplay. He goes 10-0 this game. And I made a full analysis on this game over on the website. So go sign up, guys, if you want more analysis on these pro games and just learning how to get to the next level. Like, because, you know, a lot of the videos I post on YouTube are not these like super in-depth Ember guides. But on the website, it's a lot more of that stuff, right? So if you're really trying to improve, you should sign up to the website. Like, the videos are really high quality. It's not like, here's what item you should buy. It's stuff that truly helps you get to the next level. But okay, let's watch one more play. So that death, I mean, that death is really bad because what happens with that death is he was there to try to help the Terrorblade get top tower. I feel like they needed to commit on a tower this game on the side of Enigma. I'm not going to lie. I feel like they need to bring their heroes to one of the towers. They haven't taken a tower, and that's going to make it really hard to play the game because this Terrorblade is like so nervous to play this area because at any point they can just TP in like Disruptor and set up on him, you know, if he has resources. So, and this is kind of what, yeah, look, I mean, the Invoker comes top. They're going to look to dive him. So kind of what I was talking about. Invoker TP's out. So okay, they bring the heroes. I think it's late. They bring the heroes and Entity does a good job of not feeding to it. But yeah, I mean, just kind of slow, I think, to be honest, on the side of Enigma. I don't know why it took them so long to try to take a tower. I personally think it's like super game losing. Part of the reason probably they lose the series here. But he's going to put pressure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's tough. It's not an easy Ember game. It's not. I think they did a good job about drafting around a potential Ember pick. I think this was a last pick Ember, but you have Disruptor, you have Tiny, you have a Silence, you have, you know, Dismember, you have Control. This is not some Ember game where he can just walk around and do whatever he wants. You really don't want to play against Ember of those games because, like, you just get terrorized by Slight. But it's just one of those games where it's not the case, and he gets walked up on. And yeah, this game's hard. He dominates mid, he gets off to a good start, but the Terrorblade's having a horrible game, and I feel like they did not enable this Terrorblade to get out onto the map. I think they should have sent the Ember top earlier when he was, like, really snowballing and tried to take that tower. Like before, probably towards level 7, level 8. I know I'm harping too much. I mean, perhaps this is not my place, but you know, I believe a lot in the concepts that sometimes I think, and hopefully you guys can kind of see some of the ideas that I'm talking about. But yeah, I mostly wanted to cover the first 10 minutes, so hopefully you learned a lot. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you like these types of videos. I'm putting them out every single day. And yeah, I can't wait for the next patch. I was having such a good time making patch videos, but like, I'm kind of like, I don't know, I'm like a little stuck on what to make. I feel like I've covered most of the patch ideas, but maybe something will come out of the woodworks. We'll see some new builds and I'll cover them. Stay around, like the video, subscribe. See you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.
And that's all, but remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the Game Leap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below, and I'm out. Peace.